What are you doing?
Stay still. You're being detained.
Let go! I didn't do anything!
The first thing everyone noticed were the black SUVs. They rolled into the school parking lot slowly, engines humming like distant thunder. Students at Jefferson High were used to police cars sometimes showing up. But these vehicles were different. Dark windows, government plates, no flashing lights. And when the doors opened, the men who stepped out wore jackets with 3 bold letters across the chest: ICE. Within minutes, whispers began spreading through the school hallways like wildfire. Did you see them? They're here for someone. They're looking for a student. Phones started recording. Teachers glanced nervously through classroom windows, but the most terrifying part was what happened next. Because the agents didn't walk into the building, they stopped. And then they surrounded someone, a teenager, standing alone near the front entrance. Marcus Hill had been running late. 17 years old, tall, quiet, and usually invisible in the chaos of Jefferson High, Marcus preferred it that way. He kept his hood up, his head down, and his focus on getting through school without drama. That morning had started like any other. His mother had already left for work before sunrise. His little sister had begged him to braid her hair before school. The bus had been late, and by the time Marcus reached campus, the first bell had already rung. He jogged across the nearly empty courtyard toward the entrance. Then he saw them. 4 men stepping out of black SUVs. They turned their heads at the same time and started walking toward him. Marcus slowed. His stomach tightened. The words on their jackets caught the sunlight. ICE. One of the agents raised his hand. Marcus Hill? The sound of his name froze him in place. Students inside the building pressed against the glass doors, watching. Phones lifted, recording. Marcus blinked. Yes? He said carefully. The tallest agent stepped closer. You need to come with us. No explanation, no smile, just a statement. Marcus looked around. The courtyard had gone completely silent. Even the wind seemed to pause. Why? Marcus asked. The agent didn't answer. Instead, 2 more agents moved closer, forming a loose circle around him. From inside the building, someone whispered, "Oh my God." Teachers began stepping into the hallway. Students were now fully crowding the entrance windows. Marcus felt heat rising in his chest. I didn't do anything, he said. The agent spoke again, calm but firm. That's not the point. And those 5 words made the entire situation even more terrifying. Inside the main office, Principal Daniel Harper had just finished signing attendance reports when the secretary burst through the door. Daniel! Her voice trembled. You need to see this. He looked up. What happened? She pointed to the security monitor. The screen showed the front courtyard. And the scene made Harper's heart stop. 4 federal agents, 1 student, Marcus Hill, surrounded. Harper stood slowly. How long have they been there? 2 minutes, she said. And they're asking for him by name. Harper frowned. Did they check in at the office? No. Did they present a warrant? She shook her head. Harper grabbed his phone. Call campus security, he said. But even as he said it, something about the scene outside didn't feel right. Marcus wasn't resisting. He wasn't arguing. He was just standing there, confused and scared. Harper had been an educator for 22 years. He had dealt with fights, police visits, and even emergencies. But federal agents surrounding a student in the middle of campus? That was different. Very different. He headed toward the entrance. Outside, the tension was building. Marcus could feel hundreds of eyes watching him. His heart pounded. The tallest ICE agent took another step forward. Marcus Hill, he repeated. You're coming with us. Marcus swallowed. For what? Still no answer. Another agent finally spoke. You'll get your explanation soon. Marcus shook his head slowly. I'm not going anywhere unless you tell me why. The agents exchanged glances. The tallest one sighed. "You don't have much choice." That was when the front doors suddenly opened. Principal Harper stepped out. "Good morning," he said firmly. Every head turned. Harper walked straight toward the agents. "I'm Daniel Harper, principal of Jefferson High School." The tallest agent nodded once. "Agent Caldwell, Immigration and Customs Enforcement." Harper kept his voice calm. "Why are federal agents surrounding one of my students?" Caldwell answered without hesitation. "We're taking him into custody." The courtyard gasped. Harper's expression hardened. "On what authority?" Caldwell reached into his jacket, but instead of pulling out a warrant, he showed a folder. "We're conducting an investigation." Harper crossed his arms. "That's not a warrant." The agent's jaw tightened. "Step aside, sir." Harper didn't move. "No." The word echoed across the courtyard. Students inside the building held their breath. Harper looked directly at Marcus. "You all right?" Marcus nodded slowly. "I think so." Then Harper turned back to the agents. "If you intend to remove a student from this campus, you will present a judicial warrant." Caldwell's voice sharpened. "You're interfering with a federal operation." "And you," Harper replied calmly, "are standing on school property." The two men stared at each other. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Caldwell leaned closer. "You don't understand the situation." Harper responded quietly. "Then explain it." But Caldwell didn't. Instead, he glanced at Marcus again and said something that made the crowd murmur even louder. "This kid's father is on our list." Marcus froze. "My dad?" Caldwell nodded. "He disappeared 3 years ago." Marcus's heart dropped. He hadn't heard that name in years. His father had vanished when Marcus was 14. No calls, no messages, nothing. And now federal agents were here. Because of him? Marcus's voice shook. "I don't even know where he is." Caldwell shrugged. "That's what we're here to find out." Harper raised his hand. "Enough." He pulled out his phone. "I'm making a call." Caldwell frowned. "To who?" Harper looked him straight in the eye. "You'll see." Inside the building, students whispered nervously. "Are they arresting him? Did his dad do something? This is crazy." Phones streamed live videos online. Within minutes, the footage began spreading across social media. Federal agents surrounding a black teenager at school. People across the country were already reacting. But outside, the tension continued climbing. Caldwell watched Harper dial his phone. "You're making a mistake," the agent said. Harper ignored him. The phone rang. Once, twice. Then someone answered. Harper spoke calmly. "Yes." He paused. Then he looked directly at Agent Caldwell. "I have federal agents here attempting to detain one of my students without a warrant." Caldwell's eyes narrowed. Harper continued speaking. "Yes, that's correct." Another pause. Then Harper said 4 words, and the effect was immediate. "Yes, Senator. He's here." Agent Caldwell's posture changed instantly. His confidence cracked. "You called a senator?" he asked. Harper lowered the phone. "Yes." The courtyard fell silent. Caldwell looked suddenly uneasy. "What exactly did you tell him?" Harper gave a calm answer. "The truth." Marcus looked between them, confused. "What's happening?" Harper didn't answer, because at that exact moment, Caldwell's phone started ringing. He glanced at the screen, and his face went pale. Slowly, he answered. "Yes, sir." Everyone watched. His expression shifted from irritation to concern to outright panic. "Yes, sir, I understand." He listened for another 10 seconds, then quietly said, "Understood," and hung up. For a moment, no one moved. Then Caldwell turned toward his agents. "We're leaving." The courtyard erupted. "What? Wait! You're just leaving?" Caldwell ignored the crowd. He looked at Marcus one last time and said something quietly. "You got lucky." Then the agents walked back to their SUVs. Within seconds, the vehicles pulled away. And just like that, they were gone. Marcus stood frozen. His legs felt weak. What just happened? Principal Harper finally smiled slightly. "Someone very powerful told them to back off." Marcus blinked. "Why would a senator care about me?" Harper studied him carefully. "You really don't know, do you?" Marcus shook his head. Harper exhaled slowly. "Your father didn't disappear." Marcus's heart skipped. "What?" Harper hesitated. Then he said something Marcus would never forget. "He went undercover." Marcus stared at him. Undercover. For who? Harper's voice dropped. For the federal government. Marcus's world tilted. No. Yes. Harper nodded. "Your father has been working inside one of the largest human trafficking networks in the country." Marcus felt dizzy. "That's impossible." Harper shook his head. "It's classified." Marcus whispered, "Then why did ICE come for me?" Harper looked toward the road where the SUVs had vanished. "Because someone in that operation leaked information." Marcus's stomach dropped. "They thought I knew something." Harper nodded. "But the senator who oversees the investigation?" He smiled. "He knows the truth." Marcus exhaled slowly. For the first time in 10 minutes, the fear began to fade, but Harper's expression remained serious. "Marcus, listen carefully." "What?" "Your father's operation might be compromised." Marcus felt the cold return instantly. "What does that mean?" Harper looked him in the eyes. "It means today might not be the last time someone comes looking for you." Marcus swallowed. The courtyard buzzed with noise again as students poured outside, phones recording, questions everywhere. But Marcus barely heard any of it, because his entire life had just changed. And somewhere out there, his father was still undercover, in the middle of something dangerous. Something big enough that ICE agents had shown up at his school and nearly took him away